All right, we are live here on youtube.com as this is your boy Willy Does Wrestling, and with me returning in the flesh to the channel, it is my partner in crime, Universe Mode Booker, also one of my collaborators on the Bringing It to the Ring podcast. It is Wolf Ferris, as we are presenting the second annual Willy Does Wrestling year-end awards. This year being 2024, and Wolf has made this beautiful slideshow. Like last minute, it was like I discussed the idea of an award show yesterday or the day before, and Wolf was like, "Hey, man, I'm just gonna just go all out."
I really wanted to do this, and I was like, yeet.
It was like, yeah, I wanted to do award shows basically this entire year or something like that, or like for the longest time.
Pretty much.
But yeah, no, I very much appreciate you doing this. Like, geez, man, if I could pay you, I would. But yeah, no. So obviously, 2024, crazy year in the world of professional wrestling. So we came up with a few categories. We chatted. We discussed possible winners and choices. You'll see a few where it's like one's my pick, one's his, and everything like that. You might see a bit of debates. Might see a lot of agreeing though. But 2024 is a crazy year. We're gonna go through all these categories one by one. Wolf, what are your overall thoughts of the year before we get started, though?
Wild year. Strange. Strange year. There were ups. There were downs.
Definitely downs.
Definitely downs. Downs were big downs. Downs
Very
that
big ones.
I questioned my existence for. And yeah, but it was interesting to watch.
100%. So obviously, you might see this is very WWE and AEW focused, but in this channel in specific, that's what we focus on. So you're going to see a lot of categories. Obviously, these are going to be just our opinions. They will not match yours. I urge you guys to leave your picks down in the comments below, whether you're watching the live stream or you're watching the video on demand afterwards and everything like that. So, Wolf, you are the man in charge. What is the first category?
The first category is, all right, I hope this works. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't do animation. Moment pop of the year. Willy, you chose Cody Rhodes finishing the story at WrestleMania 40, and I chose Roman Reigns returns at SummerSlam.
That is very good. Like, honestly, like when I talked with you, it was like if we did an individual like return of the year, then I would have picked Roman Reigns returns. But I can understand.
I'm gonna be real. Before I remembered Roman Reigns, I almost picked MJF and Adam Cole returning at WrestleDream because they were loud. They were so, especially for Adam, the whole like you could hear through the live feed that the whole crowd was crazy for Adam Cole.
Well, if we were doing like WWE and AEW separately, I would have done MJF returning at Double or Nothing, like with the Triple H shirt and everything like that. Like that was a very good moment. But obviously,
I think WrestleDream they were like actually louder for him like at WrestleDream than at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna plead my case obviously for Cody Rhodes finishing the story. Obviously, this was something we were waiting for like 2 years. And it finally happened. Obviously, the emotions that were running through that night, the never-ending reign of Roman Reigns finally coming to an end. Obviously, here in the Willy household, we were all excited for Cody Rhodes finally getting that top moment, everyone coming out, especially the Bloodline rules match in its entirety leading up to that moment and that pop. I thought there was nothing better than that, than Cody Rhodes finishing his story.
Yeah, I mean, it was very good moment, big moment for the year. and just everything like leading up to it, it was the right decision, and thank God it happened. It was a big moment. I picked Roman Reigns because I last minute, as I was making this category, I watched the video of Roman Reigns returns, and it was so loud. Cleveland was so loud for Roman Reigns. Just like I was like goosebumped all over. Like it was just like that moment was just so crazy. Like, and Roman coming back with the the new theme, the one he had at WrestleMania 40, it was just like, oh my god, it was just like it made him look like had more aura than he ever did as Tribal Chief.
Well, I mean,
Like,
that
it,
was
like
the pop that Vince was looking
it,
for 10 years.
yeah, exactly. Like it was like Tribal Chief Roman had so much aura already, and this just gave him more aura. Like this return just gave him so much more aura. I'm like, what the heck? How did they do this?
Yeah. No, I could definitely understand why Roman, like, those are easily the top two moments for me as well. And I find it's a very good parallel, especially with the picture comparisons. Cody got one, Roman got the other. These two are definitely the MVPs of 2024. So, yeah, for each of them to get moment pop of the year, I mean, yeah, I felt like it makes the most sense.
Yeah. So next up, we have promo of the year, where you did Kevin Owens to Cody Rhodes leading up to Saturday night's main event, saying, I love Randy Orton, but you, I hate you. And I chose Look at You Now, Boy, the Rock vicious beatdown of Cody Rhodes leading up to WrestleMania 40.
I didn't count it as a promo.
I'm gonna be real.
I should have.
Originally, I was going to put Hangman burning Swerve's house.
Oh my god.
I originally was gonna put Hangman burning Swerve's house, and then I realized, oh wait, no, Rock beating down Cody was so huge. Like, especially
Yeah.
because it was not scripted like at all. It was just like
Well, no,
sudden, and it was like,
especially with that video where it's like, all right, Rock, the show's over. But fuck that. It just keeps beating him. Like, oh, I should have done that. Yeah, look at you now, boy. I mean, that really added some more drama leading into WrestleMania. Like for me, it was really hard to pick good promos because I didn't remember much. And because the Kevin Owens promo on Cody Rhodes was so recent, and I thought like it was the most real, where Kevin Owens went out and he explained like, hey, like the bloodline, hello, tried to end my career multiple times. And then he also adds on to the fact that he loved Randy Orton the entire time they teamed together. And then they made this so much more personal leading up to Saturday night's main event, even though we all knew Cody was retaining anyway. I thought like it was a good promo. And yeah, no, I definitely forgot about the Look at You Now, boy. Holy, that's a very good pick.
yeah. Hold on. Right. So, and next up is best entrance. There's only one winner for this one. Oh, okay. Will Ospreay, All In 2024 Assassin's Creed Shadows entrance. That was, oh my god. I'm kind of an Assassin's Creed fan myself, and like at first I didn't realize that it was what's it called, the actor for like probably the best character in the entire franchise, and I'm like, and then I look back at it, I was like, wait, what? This is insane. Bro got Ezio to like during his entrance. That it was like so good. I couldn't think of a better entrance, honestly. Like,
Yeah, no.
It's just
And
so good.
And obviously, with this being one winner, that means that Wolf and I obviously both agreed on this. I also picked Will Ospreay Assassin's Creed inspired entrance. It felt like WrestleMania. Like, sure, people could be like, oh, but it was obviously because Assassin's Creed Shadows sponsored All In. I don't care if you make it make sense. I don't care about a little product placement. You know what I mean? So obviously, Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, made sense to get an Assassin's Creed inspired
Literally,
entrance.
his
Obviously,
entire career has been inspired by Assassin's Creed. He has the right views.
Like, obviously, you get the actor and everything like that. It makes every Assassin's Creed fan pop. A lot of my friends are Assassin's Creed fans. I've been around Assassin's Creed fans for as long as I can remember. So obviously, I was like, yeah, this one, easy dub right there. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better entrance than Will Ospreay All In.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's all good. Yeah, because I wouldn't even like. I would say The Rock at WrestleMania 40 would probably be a runner-up, but
yeah.
no.
And now next one is best dressed. With the one with the best gear. And it's a perfect transition because it is also All In.
Yeah. I could
this
agree.
was like easily like I saw the gear, I was like, oh my god, this is easily the best gear ever. Like it was so good. It was such good quality. It was like he really tried. So yeah,
he made it fit easily, and that's not a dress joke. He made that fit with the Assassin's Creed theme.
Right.
And yeah, again, both you and I agree. I never thought I would give Will Ospreay that many awards already in my own award show, but Will Ospreay, he's an MVP in 2024, and that Assassin's Creed entrance alone, it earns him 2 awards.
Yeah. Next up is the Rising Stars / Most Improved of the year. We chose Willy chose the current Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker, and I chose the Men's Iron Survivor winner and current number one contender to the NXT Championship, Mr. Obafemi.
Should not count Eddie Thorpe as a number 1 contender for anything. I think like
Eddie's not bad, and honestly, I like the storyline that they have like for him. It's something for him, and it's actually I think working out pretty well. I think it was a good heel turn.
But yeah, I could understand why people will probably give my pick, which is Braun Breaker, a little bit of criticism. But obviously he got called up to the main roster this year. So I considered like Rising Star, someone who recently went to the main roster. He is already a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. The guy can work with just about anybody. And obviously leading into 2025, leading into Netflix, leading into everything, this guy could be a world champion by the end of 2025. It could be a bit of a hot take, but Braun Breaker has all the tools. Exactly. All the tools. So I couldn't think of literally anybody better than Braun Breaker winning Most Improved / Rising Star of the year.
Yeah.
Even though Obafemi is my king. I mean, he was a king throughout the whole year.
And I've talked about this earlier. There were so many options. There was Kyle Fletcher from AEW who literally beat Will Ospreay clean.
Yeah,
Like
that was
that
shocking.
was the biggest shock of the year, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is Fletcher just beating Osprey clean. And then afterwards, like a couple weeks afterwards, he beats Okada. Like what?
They see something big in Kyle Fletcher. Easy.
Good. He's such a good wrestler, and I'm happy that Tony Khan is treating him so well. Like in the span of a year, he's fought Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega, beat Will Ospreay clean, beat Okada. Like
he fought Swerve when he was world champion.
Swerve too, yeah. Like this, like clearly, Tony Khan is trying to make Kyle Fletcher look like a star, which good. He deserves.
Good on him.
Takeshita, that was also a good one. After the G1 Climax performance, after winning the international championship, even though kind of came a little late.
And he has been on the AEW roster for a couple years,
right?
Now, I
think. Jacob had a crazy debut, and has been main eventing basically every pay-per-view since. It's like, and he's just still so good, and it's like, oh my god. Priest, I think, has had an incredible year. It's like he completely broke through to the next level, to the main event level. Like character in ring, like title wise, like winning wise, like it was just such a big year for Priest. Bronson Reed kind of came a little late for his breakout, but he still looked so good, especially towards that later end of the year. But yeah, I think Oba has just had so much success and looked incredible all year round. So
longest reigning North American champion. He was literally a breakout winner and then ended off the year with Men's Iron Survivor, clearly on that road to becoming the next NXT champion. Yeah, I think Obafemi very well. A very good pick for Rising Star of the Year.
Yeah. Next up is most underrated wrestler of the year, and you're gonna be shocked at my choice.
All right.
You picked Carmelo Hayes, and I picked Karrion Kross.
That's fair, though, that you picked Karrion Kross.
This guy is art. I would like argue that Karrion Kross is one of, if not the best promo in all of WWE.
Well, right now, yeah, I could say that.
Yeah, like his promos are like top notch. It's like, and he's not even terrible in the ring. He's actually really good in the ring. Well, not like really. He's not like Gunther level good, but like he's still good.
He's good at the level he's at. He's good.
Yeah, he's good in the ring. He's incredible on the mic. Like, and I still see people like complain about him and like be like, "Oh, he sucks. He sucks." Like, no, objectively, no.
Yeah.
And then that, like, just recently, like he, pins Uncle Howdy, and they're like saying, "Oh, the White Six are buried." Like, no, this is huge for Karrion.
Yeah, like my pick being Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, he got called up this year. But I thought he was going to be in a way better position. But you could say he had a decent year. He had obviously the feud with Andrade. He had a U.S. title match on a PLE match of the night.
Yeah.
But I thought Carmelo Hayes was going to end off the year in a U.S. title reign. So maybe this is just me complaining, me being a bit of a Mello fanboy.
Yeah.
But hopefully when 2025 comes around, we see more of what Carmelo Hayes is willing to do. But yeah, Karrion Kross, I skipped right over because honestly, that should have been my pick as well. I mean, I very much enjoyed Karrion Kross's work, especially in the later end of 2024 with the Miz and the Wyatt Six, and this character work is expanding so well. His Twitter promos. I had a like by Karrion Kross this year. One of my Twitter highlights when I liked the one he did with Scarlett, where it was like, "Oh, Miz got abducted by the Wyatt Six. Oh, he's dead then." Like Karrion Kross could fucking do it all, man. I really hope 2025 they just pull the trigger on them while they still can.
What's called in my 2024, I got followed on Twitter by Karrion Kross.
Yeah, Karrion Kross was the highlight of both of our 2024s. I find that
pretty much.
Well, Leo,
and crazy that what's crazy is that all the time I hear that what's it called? Karrion is like the nicest guy ever. Like
I believe
the
it.
fact that he's like so menacing on TV and then like backstage he's like the nicest guy on the whole roster is like funny to me.
Leo
and I love
says
it.
Melo will be United States champion and Karrion will be Intercontinental champion. I hope.
Yes,
I
hope
pray.
so. I agree. I know I'm certain Melo will be US champion, and I believe Karrion will be some champion, maybe US, maybe IC. I don't care
Maybe
really.
speed.
All right. Next category is pay-per-view / PLE of the year. You chose WrestleMania 40 Night 2. I chose Backlash France.
Yeah.
Because France was literally the best crowd in all WWE history, in all wrestling history. Like that crowd was insane. They would like always blow the roof like every second. They would not like people would not hear anything like the crowd would drown out the commentary even like it was so good. Like I thought Puerto Rico was loud. France was crazy. France was 10 times louder. Especially during Cody and AJ. Cody and AJ they really made that such a special match.
But yeah, no, I did WrestleMania 40 Night 2 because I think that was when we had the most top tier wrestling and also in terms of moments as well. I mean, obviously we started off with a great Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre with Damian Priest cashing in right after, while also continuing CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. We also had LA Knight and AJ Styles in a very good match that, you know, I didn't pay attention to until later on in the year.
It was a little short for me, but it was still decent.
Still a very good match. Io Bailey was very good. And obviously we had the Bloodline rules, which earlier stated very, very good. Right result. All the cameos.
Even the US Triple Threat was a very good match. The downside of WrestleMania 40 Night 2 was
Final Testament.
Bobby and Profits versus the Final Testament because we had to have what's it called? Nostalgia Act and Bubba Ray being special guest referee.
Yeah, it's sad to give like down points for Bubba Ray Dudley in anything, but it's like that was the most unnecessary.
He was that was literally the reason why that and giving Bobby like what's it called? Something back because Bobby missed WrestleMania 39. It's like
that was what you chose.
I literally, in my opinion, Final Testament should have won that easily, but I'm still believing that. But
well, no, they should have because they wanted to make them dominant, but then it was like, no, we're gonna have a biased referee in Bubba Ray who's gonna help the Street Profits. That table botch didn't help anybody any favors. That was the only downside, but I think in terms of like the whole rest of the night, like night 2 in specific of WrestleMania 40 probably did it for me.
Yeah. Next up is Tag Trio Faction of the Year. You chose the Death Riders, and I chose the NXT Tag Team Champions Fraxium.
That
Fraxium is literally the like I've grown to like I wasn't sure. I was hesitant at first, and then I realized, yeah, Fraxium's the best team in all of wrestling. Like I like because like talent wise, I know people like Motor City Machine Guns, like DIY, like Street Profits. Like I feel like they're like better than Fraxium, but like as of this year, like in terms of this year, like Fraxium easily like outshined everyone.
Yeah, I feel that, and I skipped over Fraxim because if we were focusing on just tag teams, those would definitely be my picks. They were the best booked tag team of the year.
Easily.
Because tag team wrestling, we talked about it earlier. Tag team wrestling sucked in
Yeah, it
2024 in
was
terms
a
of main
very shitty year for
WWE.
tag team wrestling, just in every company basically.
Main
Uh,
WWE and main AEW when they focus on just like two
yeah,
on two tag team wrestling.
yeah.
It was so
TNA
bad.
was like fine tag team wise, but it's like
It doesn't
giving the
even have much traction.
system another tag team tag title reign is
Yeah, and
yikes.
obviously I have to give AEW some love. I chose the Death Riders. I love their presentation they have been getting so far. I know people want to like criticize it. Oh, Mox, this shitty gimmick that he has. I
No,
don't
I
think it's
think the
that
Death
shitty.
Riders is actually a very good faction. It's actually like just doing so well, and it
Especially
fits.
adding Pack.
It's natural for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only criticism I have of the Death Riders is that Moxley never has the world title out ever. Like
It's like
that is no,
yeah, and
no,
I
you
know he
don't do
tried to
that.
like explain it, I think, like this
They keep
week.
trying to explain it, but it's like you
Oh,
can't have that.
the world champion to be world champion is like who you are, not a trophy you carry around, whatever. You still carry it in a briefcase, but that's the only
It doesn't even
criticism I have.
fit the briefcase. There's no way the world title is in that briefcase. There's no
Unless
way.
it's folded in half, like that briefcase is
Or
so
or,
small.
or smashed into pieces. Like there's
Honestly, I could believe if Mock smashed the world title in that briefcase, and then he just has like a new design just randomly,
yeah.
like
Like
maybe
I still
World's
don't.
End.
I just don't like the fact that he just never has the world title like ever shown uh like on TV. It's like you can't have that in wrestling like company. Like no, you need to have your world
Yeah,
championship shown.
I can understand that 110%. But the overall presentation of the Death Riders, it's like that is that ragtag
Yeah.
group where you go and you fuck shit up, and
Yep.
everybody in that roster is scared of you. That is really what you should show your big group of baddies.
Yeah. And
Like
even
at
like the way
first,
the like mini like details where they like show them like kind of basically abusing Wheeler. I feel
yeah,
bad for Wheeler. Wheeler is just like
initiation. We got to make you even more like evil and
yeah,
stuff like
it's
that. Like,
crazy.
I think it benefits everybody because it was like Claudio wasn't getting a lot of focus
Yeah.
earlier this year. Wheeler, Pack especially.
I feel
Pack
like
is the
the
saving grace in this.
the only thing they can I feel like one thing they can do that can help like lift up the Death Riders more is honestly, I feel like this is the only title that can help. Uh, give the ROH Women's Television title to Marina. Have Marina
Yeah.
beat Red Velvet, uh, and then just have that picture of everyone with titles. Like make more involvement with Marina because Marina's kind of not doing anything, and we
That render of Marina Shafir is nightmare fuel. 110%. Oh my
yeah.
god, that is a cursed render. And I thought that JD McDonough one last year was fucking oh.
It's like
Staring into my
what?
soul.
Yeah, it's more menacing with Marina because she has the eye makeup.
And she's got like she just goes right up into your face. It's like don't kill me, please.
So next up is Booker of the Year, where
I gave you freedom on this.
I was the only person who picked.
I could pick
And
anybody.
yeah, the Booker of the Year is absolutely nobody. There were atrocious decisions by like every company.
Exactly.
And it was like, how it was so close. It was so close to be Shawn Michaels like for the second year in a row. It was so close, and then Shawn killed Chase U for no reason, and I was like, bye bye. That's it. We gave like you were given Booker of the Year on like a golden platter, and
Yeah.
you just tossed it away. Like, why?
Yeah, because my thing was like Tony Khan, it's like AEW is losing interest now more than ever. Sure,
Tony
he
Khan
has some
has
saving
done
graces.
horrendous decisions, turning MJF heel. Well, like, I get
Um,
it. The bad luck of
yeah,
Adam Cole's injury, because like you can't have. But like the thing is, they were still cheering for MJF. Like even
MJF was
like
like
during
the biggest baby face when he came
like
back. They could have kept him as a baby face, and
you
Adam
could have
Cole.
had him a tweener. You could have just had him be a heel against Osprey, and then baby
Transition back
face
to a
against
tweener.
yeah, and then babyface for like um what's it called against Adam, but like no, you
Mm-mm.
had like I understand heel Undisputed Kingdom also was like not working because
Adam
Roddy
was,
was the only one getting booked. But like
yeah,
MJF versus Roddy, they were cheering MJF, and like MJF was trying to like get them to cheer Roddy. They were still cheering for MJF. I was like, oh my god.
and Triple H. It's like I don't know.
Triple H,
He definitely had a very
I'm
big.
sorry, literally buried Imperium, the tag team, not Gunther, of course. Gunther, of
Well,
course,
yeah,
got everything. But Vinci made a jabroni, having him squashed twice
by
in
Apollo.
by Apollo Crews, and then Kaiser, like, oh, Kaiser's good. Like, we kicked out Vinci because Kaiser's gonna be this big singles star. He's gonna have a good singles run. No,
No,
we have him go on a losing streak that's equivalent to Shinsuke Nakamura and Solo Sikoa, and of course we still give him IC title matches, but he just jobs out again. Like,
and like the long-term booking has gotten worse and worse this year. More specifically, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley make it,
yeah,
and
like
I hate it.
the hard on for Rhea Ripley is insane.
Yes,
The fact that like Triple H has like I get it, Triple H. You love Rhea Ripley. You do not have to book her like she's invincible. Like, stop, just
my
stop.
thing
It's
was I saw people be like, this is my brutality is like Triple H's version of Glass Shatters with Stone Cold.
pretty much,
He books that like every single time.
pretty much.
And yeah, the
And
booking of your
then
tag team
even
division.
TNA,
Oh,
they what's it called? They give what's it called, the system more title reigns that they don't need. They don't give the world title to Joe Hendry. Like, why?
and they're giving him more opportunities to try to win that belt. And Scott D'Amore probably would have won the award, but he got
Like,
fired.
Joe Hendry probably is going to win at Genesis, but guess what? Genesis is in 2025.
Yeah, so you can't really do that this year.
Yeah. But I did make a real answer.
What did you?
And this real answer kind of was by default because I have not really seen horrendous war crime booking decisions from this guy. I'm not a fan of it, but it has to be done. Booker of the Year of 2024 is Gato.
Yeah, see, I can't make an argument for that.
Yeah, Gato is Booker of the Year because New Japan was like normal. Like, it was just normal New Japan booking. It wasn't like the worst thing I can think of that Gato has done in terms of booking is like pushing Evil, and Evil's not that great of a wrestler, but like I'm guessing he's like really loved by like everyone in New Japan, because I can't think of any other reason that he's getting all these opportunities. He's what's it called? Second last Wrestle Kingdom for Hiroshi Tanahashi, and it's Evil. Evil is fighting Hiroshi Tanahashi in his second to last Wrestle Kingdom. And it's like, okay, people must
Zack
really
Sabre
love it.
Jr. winning the G1 as well. It's a very good decision.
Yes, Zack Sabre winning the IWGP World Title is very good. Is definitely huge, and yeah, honestly, I think it's been all right. So yeah, Guido, you get Booker of the Year because
By default,
everyone
you
else
win.
was so terrible, did like
Yeah.
such horrendous things. Like,
Can't give it to anybody. Like, as much as people want to think I'm a WWE shill, I will never forgive Triple H booking in 2024. I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah, no,
No.
I could not give it to Triple H. I could not give it to Tony Khan. I
Definitely
was
not fucking Tony
very
Khan.
close to giving it to Sean again, mind you, because I gave it to Sean last year.
So did I. I gave it to
And
Sean last year because everybody else sucked.
yeah,
But he was good. But he
yeah,
didn't.
Sean was really good in 2023, and he was doing really good in 2024. And then he broke up Chase U, which was honestly like arguably worse than some of what Triple H has done.
Yeah.
So Guido gets by
There you go.
default Booker of the Year. And next up is match of the year. There's only one winner because we both agreed on it. It is Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson at AEW Dynasty. This was a masterpiece. This was like literally the best match I could have asked for.
Yeah, like when you hear Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay, like say what you want. Obviously, I clown on the fact that like Will Ospreay is ridiculously overrated by a senile old man that shouldn't be doing journalism anymore. But when he worked with Bryan Danielson at Dynasty, I was blown away, like start to finish. The sequences that these two were able to create. It was a dream match for the ages to start off. Like
I
everybody
was not
wanted it.
even like I was like a little worried that like the small possibility that these two wouldn't have good chemistry with each other, but they work perfectly. I was like, this is why Brian's like the greatest wrestler of all time.
He could work well with anybody. He worked well with Drew Gulak in
Yeah,
2020. He was a jobber.
yeah,
So, but like everything as well, a story aspect as well. These guys told a very good story where Osprey hit the Tiger Driver, and it's like,
yeah,
oh shit, now I can't do the Tiger Driver anymore. And they made it such a big deal because Brian, like, they did that big injury angle to end off. Um,
yeah.
I was blown away by this match. Osprey getting past the torch as well because he's going to be AEW's next face of the company. I think
Easily.
that was a very good role, especially now that we know that Danielson's no longer a full-time wrestler. Giving one of his last matches to Will Osprey, very good decision, and because Osprey was
Osprey, though,
foot in the door.
it's like Osprey is easily one of the three people that AEW is going to be built around in this near
Mhm.
future, and then the other two, um, also had a pretty crazy match, like to kind of end off their blood feud, which is Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page.
Oh yeah, easy.
Those three, Osprey, Hangman, and Swerve, they're easily like they are the faces of AEW at this point. They are
Yeah.
the ones that the company is built around. And
Yeah.
good because they deserve it. Next up, we have Women's Wrestler of the Year. You chose Liv Morgan, our Women's World Champion, and I chose Tony Storm because Tony has done so well, character wise, especially throughout the year. Even now, she is still being peak with her character.
Yeah.
And I honestly think, yeah, it has to go to Tony. And Liv also had a pretty big year, honestly. So
Yeah, like I clown on the never-ending feud between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, but in terms of like start and stop to 2024, like consistent focus, and
If
everything
I
like
had
that.
to
Live
pick
more.
someone other than Tony, I probably would have picked Roxanne because Roxanne has had
God,
a
all of
pretty big year, especially as NXT Women's Champion.
I really needed to like stop skipping over NXT people because I should have
Yeah,
given it to Roxanne because she
yeah.
had a crazy
Or
2025.
even Jordan Grace. Like Jordan Grace has also been pretty good in TNA.
Yeah, I could say that, but
Yeah.
like Liv, she's gotten big moments. She's
Right.
viral as fuck. You know, she
Yeah.
is the top woman in
I
wrestling
also
today.
don't know why people say like, "Oh, she can't wrestle or she can't cut a promo." Like, no, she literally can. She always proves that she's good in the ring. Every time she's in the ring, she proves she's good in the ring.
Yep,
Um, and on promo, she's literally fine. Yeah, it could be better, but
she could
it's
do without the
literally
laugh.
good.
She could do
Yeah,
without the
it's
shitty laugh.
literally good when she really gets into it. She's good on the mic as well.
Yeah, so like my pick being Liv Morgan, it was mainly like default. Forgot all about Tony Storm.
Yep.
Definitely wasn't gonna give it a Mercedes. Definitely wasn't gonna give it a Rhea.
Yeah.
Really Roxanne or Liv would really be my two. I mean, Tony Storm, character work, she was great in AEW. If I was doing WWE and AEW separately, Tony Storm easy.
Yeah.
Especially with the new gimmick that she has with we're like, oh, I'm making my debut. Everything that
Yeah.
happened, forget all about it.
She literally is like already fully adjusted to it. She's like completely understanding what she needs to do. She just knows what it calls for. Like she's just so good at character work. It's like incredible.
Yeah.
Um and now last slide, Willie.
Oh yeah.
Male wrestler of the year.
Woo.
Uh we had the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and whose house? Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
Swerve has had such a good year. He's still so over. Like everyone's still chanting whose house, Swerve's house. Like yeah, this is 100% Cody and Swerve's year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They just were so good. Um, and I think they're, in my opinion, like when I understood when you picked Cody, I was like, okay, I have to pick Swerve because, like, in my opinion, like people would say like Gunther or Drew McIntyre or something. I'm like, honestly, no one has done as well as Cody and Swerve. It's just this was such a big year for them. So
Yeah. Like
yeah.
honestly, these are the two picks, like two
And like I said
undisputed.
before, Swerve is one of the three people that AEW is going to be built around in this near future, for good
Yeah.
reason. Like, yeah, so
Well, I mean, like in terms, like if you think two wrestlers that are workhorses, that are over as fuck, that like you put them against anybody, you are definitely going to get a good match of the night.
for
Those
sure.
two are going to be Cody Rhodes and Swerve Strickland for their respective companies. Obviously, Cody, he is this generation's John Cena in terms of over, in terms
Yep.
of media guy, face of the business, main events everywhere. Swerve Strickland was a guy that was from hit row to hit list, and this man is going everywhere. World champion this year, main evented Wembley, main evented All Out in a feud that wasn't even for the world title because this feud with Hangman Adam Page was that damn good.
Yep.
And even to this day, he's nowhere near the world title, but he's still getting cheered every single time he's there. These guys definitely the MVP for their respective companies. Yeah, Cody Rhodes and Swerve Strickland. I'm very happy that these are the two people that have both consecutively won Male Wrestler of the Year 2024. I couldn't think of any other better names that people can argue in terms of 2024.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm very happy. Just overall, I think I'm a happy guy in terms of uh what 2024 had to offer. Had some big names, good what's it called? Good moments, good pay-per-views. So
Yeah.
now downsides. We're definitely some hard-hitting downsides, but we move.
Yeah, we move. Hopefully 2025, like we're getting to Netflix, we're getting hopefully very good retirement tour for a legend and everything like that. WrestleMania 41 and All in Texas. Hopefully we can get some good moments for both companies going forward in the year of 2025. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude the second annual Willy Does Wrestling Awards show for 2024. I'm very happy with the people that we have both come up with. No disagreements whatsoever.
Yep.
Very, very good. Again, I want to thank Will Ferris for not only offering to collaborate on this stream, but also make it up a whole damn slideshow with amazing graphics galore.
I'm gonna show you exactly how it was supposed to look like, but it is what it is.
No, I thought it looked very good.
But I wanted you to
notice.
see the animation, the fading in and everything. So I'll just send that to you.
Just send it to me personally. Yeah, because I think if I even try to show it from like the DMs on this stream, it won't show the animation. So,
yep.
Good. But yeah, no. Let's see here.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, like it shows your pick.
Yeah.
And then it showed mine. Yeah, that would have been a lot better.
It's though.
That's fine. I mean, we explained it ourselves. Like my pick was Braun, your pick was Oba, your pick was Kerry, and my pick was Carmelo. Yeah, it is what it is. We move, but
we move.
Still a very good slideshow either way. I'm very proud with the way that it turned out. So thank you for like the third or fourth time in this video. Thank you for making that on such short notice. But yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're watching the replay, what you thought of our picks, and if you have any different ones of your own and why. I'd very much like to see those. If you're new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. If you want to see more of the two of us collaborate, as well as our good friend who actually commented earlier on the stream, Kicking It with Leo, you can go and subscribe to the Bringing It to the Ring podcast, where we do fantasy bookings, predictions, and all of that jazz. That podcast will actually return in 2025, but we're closing out 2024 with a bang with the two original boys here. Wolf and I also collaborate on the universe mode that we do on this channel. We are on the bill to Payback. We were 30 episodes deep into season 2 for both Raw and SmackDown, when we crowned both of our first women's mid-card champions. I did Jade Cargill, women's US. He got Michin. I almost forgot. Michin for the women's IC. So if you want to see how those turned out, you can go and check out those universe mode videos. Wolf, is there anything you want to say before we end off the stream?
No, I don't think so. Saturday is World's End.
Saturday is World's End. Oh yeah. Also, if you want to see my predictions for that, you can go and check out that video as well. It should be a very good show, World's End. But
yep.
Yeah, with that being said, this has been your boy Willy Does Wrestling. That has been my partner in crime, Will Ferris. Oh yeah, Wednesday. Watch him win the Fed championship that you posted.
Yes,
the
sir.
XFE, I think it is.
Yep.
I watched it, right? No, I didn't. XFE championship. Be sure to check that out on Twitch as well. And with that being said, And we will see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Be good, people. Don't drink too hard, and peace.